Hello, my name is Ernest Whiteman III. I'm in Northern Arapaho. I'm a filmmaker. I'm also the director of the First Nations Film and Video Festival, Incorporated, which puts on the First Nations Film and Video Festival. The First Nations Film and Video Festival is an annual film festival that takes place in May and November of every year, which is dedicated exclusively to showcasing films by Native American directors. It doesn't matter what genre it is, what the content of the films are. As long as it has a Native director behind it, then we're all for pushing forward Native American first voice in film. This year we have two films coming to the Beverly Arts Center. The first one is Rhymes for Young Ghouls by Jeff Barnaby. It's about a young Mi'kmaq teenager who is trying to stay outside of the school system because the boarding schools of the era are so horrible. And to do so, to maintain her autonomy, she sort of engages in some criminal activity to do so. And that's what that film is about. It's very good, it's very dramatic. It's one of my favorite Native produced films in the last maybe 4 or 5 years. The other one is our featured short film, which is called Jane and the Wolf. It's by a Native woman director. It's done by a Native woman. It's about a Native woman, and it tells a story from a Native woman perspective. For as many years as I've been working, the number of women who have been submitting to our festival has actually sort of outnumbered the number of males we get. So much so that we had to start a separate program. We actually do an educational program called The Other 51%, which is dedicated to nothing but Native American women directors. So we try to take that and try to screen that at all, not only regular venues, but educational venues as well. It has to do, I think, with the Native ideology that a woman's voice is much more resonant in a community. And that harkens back to the old cultures. Just the idea that there's this balance in a society between the male and the female. The First Nations Film and Video Festival, at its core, is about Native Americans showcasing their own points of view, their own perspectives on things. But not only that, but being allowed to own their own stories, being allowed to own their own cultures, being allowed to own their own experiences. The control of the representation, the control of the stories, the control of the voice has always been out of the hands of Native filmmakers. The First Nations Film and Video Festival is a place that's dedicated to putting that control back in our hands, just so we can own our own stories, own our own experiences, and own our own culture once again.